Good morning. Hope everybody's doing great. Starting this reading today. It is April 22nd, Monday, Moon's Day. Moon in Libra. I'm reading at the hour of Mars. Mars currently in Pisces. All right. I'm looking at the overall transits today. We have Venus in Aries that is going to semi-sextile over to Uranus and Taurus. All right. Today is Earth Day. So happy Earth Day. Get your feet on the ground, people. All right. So Venus, that is going to semi-sextile to Uranus in Taurus. All right. It happens exactly at 6:25 p.m. tonight. All right. Let's look at the planetary hour of that time. That's 4, that's 5. Here is going to happen at the hour of Mars. All right, interesting enough that I'm doing this reading at the hour of the Mars. So next time the hour of Mars comes back around, we'll be with Venus semi-sextile Uranus. All right, so that's Venus in Aries at its detriment. Okay. What else do we have going on? Lots of oppositions today. All right, so the moon in Libra opposing the energy of the North Node, Mercury, Chiron, Venus. We also have quincunx over to Jupiter, all right, as well as Uranus, and biquintiles earlier in the day with Uranus and Jupiter. All right, biquintiles, I had to look it up. It's a 144-degree aspect. All right, definitely looked as tension, but it's used creatively. All right, I'm just going to put tension, slight use creatively. So I don't know what this reading is going to bring about, but that's what I got for you guys so far. All right, let's start off with some astro here. So today, 22nd, 4/22/24, Earth Day. Moon in Libra, waxing. I'm kind of getting the waxing gibbous moon cycle. All right. I'm not liking too much of the confrontation with the Libra and Aries, only because I'm an Aquarius. That's my 3rd and 9th houses. So communication, opposing the energy of higher knowledge. Okay. I had a struggle last night doing my reading, my Sunday reading, and it was a very emotional reading, to be honest. It was weird. All right. I'll go over Sabian symbols with you guys if I get a chance to today, with the overall energies and what we're looking at here. All right. So mutable. Yep. That actually came out in the reading yesterday. I forgot what Sabian symbol it was. Give me a minute, I'll look it up. Where it was talking about like adaptability. It was the sun at 3 degrees in Taurus. All right, and where we were heading, because we were in between the 2 and 3 degree mark. Speaking about how we need to be both optimistic and adaptable. All right, so I believe the reading came out yesterday. It was more so for like Sagittarius' energy, which rules the 9th house. All about like higher knowledge and spirituality and tapping base with like philosophy and all that. So versatile, flexibility, and adaptability is what mutable energy is speaking about here. All right, so let's see what else. Yeah, Gaia, happy Earth Day. I'm telling you. Okay. So Earth and nature and embodying. All right, so this specific one that we were speaking about, obviously Taurus is an earth sign. It was speaking about determined effort and the path of humble aspirants towards self-fulfillment after seeing the light and determining the effort to find the way. All right, so embodying the element of earth, meaning being grounded. All right, overall being organized. Okay, just trying to take things day by day, more so not in a rush. Earth element wants you to be patient. All right, I feel like get creative, obviously. That's what Taurus is all about. Utilizing the energy of creativity and adapting to those changes. I feel like it's just giving me like we're officially in spring season, okay? Because when we step into spring season, starting with Aries, it's more so in March where it's like raining and it's not. Here we're seeing more of the sun. The flowers are coming out. We're seeing butterflies. We're seeing the bees, right? So it's kind of giving me that energy. Chiron, interesting. Again, this is all about tapping into those core wounds, all right? Vulnerability and the potential through pain. Well, here we are with the moon in Libra, right? Where it's supposed to be diplomatic and seeing both sides to a situation, in opposition to Chiron, where we're meant to be healing at this time. All right. So again, just take things day by day. It's kind of giving me, we should be overcoming wounds at this time. I don't feel that we need to be sitting in that energy. That for me is more like a water element where we're tapping into the emotional state. I feel like we should be grounded at this time, or at least focusing on getting there. Okay. I don't know. I have this word here, humble, sticking out to me. So stay humble at this time. Vesta. That actually came out in my reading heavy yesterday. Vesta's in Cancer. I had to actually look that energy up, what Vesta in Cancer meant. And the meaning was coming up for, obviously, Vesta is the asteroid of spirituality, right? But it was speaking of the energy of the devotion that's needed in the home environment, in the domestic environment. So the way it explained it was they'll make great sacrifices for domestic bliss. Such gestures can include moving to an affordable area that's a long way from work or breaking away from their biological family to marry their dream partners. The asteroids Juno came up in the reading yesterday, which actually went direct last night at 10 something at night. All right. Partnerships and marriages. Vesta being in Cancer in opposition to Ceres. Ceres in Capricorn had a lot to do with parenting, nurturing, agriculture, self-care. All right. I'm just kind of getting more of like this grounded energy that we need at this time. All right. Really tapping into what it is pertaining to our spirituality. Okay. With Vesta coming out. That like inner spark is what it is. I feel like you having like this deep emotional bond. And then Mars pops out. Interesting. Where there's like, I feel like you're being tested at this time. And where you're going to be taking action. How you're utilizing your willpower. All right. Maybe everything that we're learning about here within Mars being in Pisces with Neptune and Saturn. Saturn really asking us to slow down, be patient, learn how to prioritize our responsibilities, things like that. I'm just feeling like Mars is getting ready to step in its domicile energy. And I feel right now is going to be a time where it's like, stay grounded because energy is about to quickly pick up. That's what I'm getting. All right, sextile energy. So that's harmony, ease, and compatibility. Let me see what sextiles we have this week going on with Mars. So the next sextile that happens with Mars is going to be when the moon is in Aquarius and Mars sextiles over to that energy, which is obviously it's in Pisces. Okay. So from now, all right, up until next week, Tuesday, the 30th, which is the last day of this month, we're going to be experiencing Mars more so intense areas, but needing to be used creatively is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing biquintile energy, sesquiquadrant energies with Mars. I'm seeing here some trines happening. All right. So it's working its way back down to coming into the energy of like positivity, harmony, and compatibility is what I'm seeing. All right. With all the aspects happening this week, the moon cycles are going to be Obviously, moving forward from Libra into Scorpio, into Sagittarius, Capricorn, and then into Aquarius. That day where it will sextile with the energy of the moon in Aquarius, okay? Interesting enough. You know, it makes me happy to see that energy overall, because when Mars was in Aquarius, it wasn't very happy there, right? It was being very rebellious at that time. Whereas it's getting closer and closer to its domicile energy, where then by the 30th and where it steps into the energy of its domicile sign, right? Which is on the 30th, that's where it will actually sextile over to the moon in Aquarius. I like that energy a lot. All right. Yep, there it is. So, the moon comes out, obviously. The moon in Aquarius, sextile to Mars in Pisces. It's giving me more so where we're meant to take action, all right? And the moon being in Aquarius at that time is the very independent energy. I feel like maybe that's where our groundedness will then come into play. It's going to be needed in order to, you know, take that willpower, that action towards what we need to create here, all right? Whatever our inner spark is, whatever we've been focusing really on healing since we've experienced these other transits here. Okay. Love that energy. All right, let's speak a little bit about Lilith here. Lilith is in Libra. All right, so power, activism, and vengeance. You know, Lilith, I say, is always like the masculine Mars. I feel like it's the sister to Mars, okay? Vengeance can be very, you know, it can be a very mean, negative energy. But I feel what everyone is looking for at this time is going to be power in some way. But utilizing that power in a creative way is where I feel we need to come from. How can you be like an environmental activist, where you can come together and bring your community of people and say, okay, now we're all in power and this is what our focus is on. This is how we're moving forward creatively. You know what I mean? So building your community of people is kind of what I'm getting. But if we're speaking about Mars stepping into its domicile sign and the moon being in Aquarius, moving more so with independence, then that can be where Lilith, you know, can come out and say, okay, I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm back. Let's see. So then I feel Mars will then oppose. You know, this is really funny, because we're speaking about how now Venus is going to be moving into Taurus on the day before the 30th, where Mars will then step into its domicile energy in Aries on the 30th. All right. And it will oppose where Lilith is in Libra. This is kind of giving me that same energy, whereas we've been seeing Venus and Mars touching base, and the masculine and the feminine's coming together. Well, now the energy will be in opposition, where Lilith wants power, feminine-wise, and Mars wants to take action and have willpower as well. So there could be competition there. I don't know. Then Capricorn popped out. All right. Interesting. Aries to Libra in opposition. Aries to Capricorn, that's a square. Capricorn to Libra is a square. I'm getting heavy tension here. So maybe that's why it's asking you really be grounded right now. Because what's coming up is going to be some aspects working well, some aspects not much. Okay. And obviously here we are with the full moon in Scorpio coming up, where Scorpio is a fixed sign. We're in fixed moon cycles right now. The energy is very stubborn, but also great to be used when it comes to determination, loyalty. You know what I mean? That type of energy. I don't know if you guys are catching my drift here, but that's what I'm seeing. All right. So maybe the very first card staying mutable is stay adaptable to the changes that are happening right now. Stay flexible with everything that's getting ready to come up, because we've been experiencing lots of conjunctions and this great energy with all this, like, okay, hey, you know, we've had all these great trines happening from the moon in Leo over to Aries, all the transits that's been in Aries. Now the energy is transitioning where the sun is now in Taurus. Venus will tap into Taurus. Mars is coming into its original sign, right? We have the asteroids actually moving direct now, where Juno was then retrograde in Virgo, right? Virgo being another earth sign. When it comes to relationships and partnerships and marriage, it seems like there needed to be some things to be reviewed there, right? Were these partnerships actually working out well? Or is everybody on the same path? Or are things being organized? Things like that. Like, it's kind of giving me like focusing more so on a healthy relationship if I'm thinking of Virgo. All right, interesting. And then it wants me to speak about Sirius, which Sirius, again, it's in Capricorn. I did a reading previously, you guys, about the asteroids and how important they are to where we are right now within the transits and what the energy is like pertaining to the North Node, the South Node, and how we're going through within a month all of the zodiac signs, right, with the moon, and how it's affecting all of the transits. And the transits meaning the planets, but not just the planets, but as well as the asteroids themselves. All right. That's so interesting that I brought that up in yesterday's reading, and here it is again. All right. So I'm seeing Chiron out here, which is in Aries. That's an asteroid. Lilith is out here. Sirius is out here. Vesta's out here. All right. But it's telling me more so about Mars sextile the energy of the moon. We already figured out what day that was. That's on the 30th, right? The day that Mars steps into Aries. The day before that, Venus steps into Taurus. So we'll have those energies finally in their original signs, but then here we have the oppositions of the asteroids. See how crazy that is? The only one I don't see out here is going to be Juno. And Pallas, of course. All right, which, by the way, are immutable signs. We spoke about that. All right, so Sirius, again, in opposition to Vesta right now. So self-care, wellness, agriculture, parenting, all right, the more so mother energy. And here's Vesta, that inner spark, the sacrifice, the devotion, and where you actually feel like you want to be pulled away, focusing more so on that inner spark rather than being close to family. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because that's what I'm seeing here. Interesting. Let's keep going. I'll pull 4 more cards here to finish out this spread. You guys, I ordered a new deck as well. I know I'm not the only one that, you know, has seen other readers use it, but I ordered the tea leaf, and I'm going to be working more so with the Chinese 5 elements. All right, so let's see what comes out with those. I had started my journey with the whole Chinese astrology back in the summer of 2023. And I really didn't get a chance to fully finish that energy. All right, so I'm going to jump back to that because I have a lot of information on it, but I think those cards are going to more so help me understand what's happening here with our astrology as well. Okay. It's so funny because I like to utilize anything possible to do some sort of investigating on the energies, and that was helpful for me at one time. All right, so what came out anyway is the 7th house. So heavy on the energy of partnerships, relationships, contracts, whether platonic, romantic, friendship-wise, however, work, you name it, all right? There's a heavy emphasis on that 7th house energy there. What do we have on the bottom? 9th house. So this could be the partnership that you have with your spirituality, okay? So philosophy, spirituality, and whatever it is that you do for higher knowledge, okay? Put that out there as well. Yeah. Descendant. I mean, heavy. I'm telling you. Look at this. Okay. So the moon right now is in Libra. 7th house energy. And then we have the energy of descendant, which the descendant is the opposition to the ascendant, right? So the self opposing the energy of relationships. And that's where we are right now with the energy of opposition today. Whereas the moon is opposing the North Node, Mercury, Chiron, and Venus, all right? But then we're also looking at the energy of the inconjunctions, the quincunx, over to Jupiter and Uranus, where the sun is as well. Okay? Interesting enough. Yeah. So the energy's back. I wonder when I did that reading with the asteroids. I'll have to give you guys a date, and then we can look at like what moon cycle we were in at that time, what transits were of focus, or you can just go back and listen to the reading and say, okay, well, back then this is what we were dealing with, and now here's, you know, a little bit different. Being in an earth sign, obviously, Mother Earth, Gaia, is asking us to embody what we've been experiencing and what's to come up next with the energy of these asteroids. Okay, North Node, I'm telling you, it's part of our purpose. It's part of the activation of something new, I feel. All right. Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what I'm getting here. Okay. Let's keep going. I think I'm going to have to delete that reading from last night. And by the way, it was Sunday. I was looking a hot mess. Listen, I don't care. If the reading is there and I feel it needs to be posted, I'll post it. Okay. That reading was very significant when I utilized the energy of the Sabian symbols. I was like blown away. All right. Something about good luck and fortune coming. You being gifted with something new. I'm kind of getting like when it comes to the energy of an ascension, like you being on the next level, how the energies are working well and when it's not working well for you, when it's not used creatively and when it's supposed to be used creatively. Something about that. All right, and then I have the 8th house out here. Interesting. The 7th, the 8th, and the 9th houses are out here. There's some sort of metamorphosis happening, a transformation in the energy. All right. That energy is almost like the death card. It's the death and the rebirth. So the full moon in Scorpio could be significant as well. I'm seeing that. Interesting. So full moons are supposed to be like culmination. It is the energy of something being illuminated, right? Wherever the Scorpio energy is for you could be of significance in whatever house that falls into. All right, and how that's in the energy of the opposition to where the sun is, right? Interesting. All right, I picked 2. There's Juno. All right. So Juno's here, the asteroid of marriage, commitment, and bonds. And then with the fire element. Interesting. Down on the bottom, Pisces. So psychic, intuitive, and dreamy abilities. Juno being in Virgo. So the partnership that you have with, I'm getting the balance of your mind, your body, your spirit, right? I'm getting how you're being of service to others if you are partnered or committed to, I don't know, it's kind of giving me like these two being so close together, the Juno and Vesta. It's almost like a semi-sextile energy. Whereas Vesta is like, you know, the inner spark, the sacrifice, and the devotion. Juno now being direct is like, okay, we're on the same path here, like, let's go. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm kind of getting, there's like a dynamic energy to it. Although we have Juno in an earth sign and Vesta in a water sign, you know, which normally those two, they are like in opposition to each other. Because earth always goes with water, air always goes with fire in opposition. So, interesting. Could be the energy of, again, a semi-sextile, semi-square, depending on the degree. I believe Vesta was at 6 degrees the last time I checked. All right, something about heavy on Pisces energy here. So Juno being in Virgo is in opposition to Pisces, and where we have Mars, Saturn, and Neptune at this time. All right, we can look at it that way as well. All right, guys, I'm going to leave this spread the way that it is because I don't want to forget everything that I pulled out here. Again, the asteroids, for some reason, are being highlighted. And the only zodiac sign that I see out here specifically is Capricorn. All right, but if I put it into where I know everything is happening, Pisces being on the bottom of the deck is in opposition to Juno. Capricorn with Sirius is in opposition to Vesta and Cancer. Chiron is in Aries with the North Node that is in opposition to the energy of the moon in Libra. All right, which the moon in Aquarius will then, when Mars steps into Aries, will be sextiled together, which is a compatible energy. All right, and then we also have Lilith that is in opposition to Chiron right now as well. All right, these energies. Interesting. So interesting. Like, how can you go with so much opposition? You embody the energies. I feel like that's what this is. Just embody everything that you are learning here and push through and like gain, you know, potential through pain. Is what I see. Like, whatever the energy feels, where there's discord, where there's tension, where there is the energy of confrontation, whatever you want to call it, just be flexible with those energies right now. Remain disciplined, tenacious, and resilient, and keep moving forward. If it's pertaining to spirituality, your partnership with whatever it is, higher knowledge, a transformation, it's big on these houses here, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. All right. That's what I'm getting. I didn't even pull a specific sign. It's just giving me Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. What's in opposition to that? Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Here we are about to step into May. And in May, the big transit happening this year as well is Jupiter stepping into Gemini. So another thing to look forward to, right? Now we have Mars stepping into its original sign. It's going to meet there with Chiron. It's going to meet with the energy of the North Node. It's going to meet with Mercury. All right? We're moving forward is what I mean. Mercury is getting ready to go direct. What, in 2 days? Yeah. Happens on Wednesday. I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Like, things are changing now. Although I did mention we have Neptune and Saturn in its pre-shadow phase right now. All right, those retrogrades start happening in the summer. Okay. But those are like over there. We're focused on right here, right now. All right, so let's put these guys over here. Whew, that took a lot, but this is good energy though, overall. It's just asking us to use it creatively. So heavy on the spirituality thing. That's what I feel. Okay. I'm going to actually pull from my Shaman Stream Oracle. I'm going to read the passages. Let's get a little bit deeper into what this is, what we're experiencing, what the energy is, what Spirit wants us to know. All right, maybe there's important things that are meant to come up here. So new beginnings and needing direction. Lost in space and moon mating as I split the deck. All right. So maybe this is us, you know, getting back on path here. If we're being lost in where we're meant to be going. Okay. As I split the deck again. Grace and generosity with curiosity. All right. That curiosity energy that's giving me Gemini. Grace and generosity. I don't know why when I think of generosity, I think about like Leo's energy. Interesting. I would feel like the more generous ones would be, I don't know why I want to say Virgo. All right. Earth element. I could say Pisces as well. More so Virgo because they always want to be of service to other people. But Pisces because they always have like sympathy for other people. Interesting. As I split the deck now, I have connectivity and the ego sublimation. All right. So vanishing that old part of yourself. All right. You know, there's been a heavy emphasis on opposition to relationships for a long time. And I've explained this as well with the solar eclipses, with the energy of the North and South Node being in the, you know, house of self and the house of relationships. We're looking at the energy of, like, again, the asteroids and how they're affecting the energies. I think things are meant to just start coming back into alignment at this time. Okay. Protecting the future with the Dragon's Sword. Confidence in your magic with the Magician's Sword. Curiosity, Stranger. And limitless possibility, Stars in the Sky. Down at the bottom of the deck, again, needing direction with Lost in Space. Alright, we'll look into this. Give me 1 second, you guys. So, I got numbers 12, 37, 53, 51, and 36. Let's read into it. Alright, so Dragon's Horde is the very first one. I don't know. I feel like you got the keys to something. Look at the picture. That's giving me Chiron. Chiron is the representation of the key. Alright, looks like the key. Right? Or should I put it this way? Looks like the key. Alright. So, protecting the future. It says here, Dragon's Horde, protecting the future, legacy, and true riches. In the Dragon's Horde, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within reach. This is a rich opportunity, and you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. Take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well-being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that will further your spiritual growth, and avoid the shiny objects that are empty of real value. Know that the Horde does not belong to you. It belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age when you are weary? What seeds will you bear fruit after you are no longer here? The dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come empty-handed or to fill only their own pockets with gold lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness or your spiritual practice or sheer luck. Consider as well that your present this moment is the future to the dragon. You may be the one you may be the one we all have been waiting for, so do not hesitate to take the bequest that has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink. Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. A simple prayer will do. All right, so interesting enough, we are in the year of the dragon in Chinese astrology, and I just said that I ordered that deck so that way I can touch base with more of the Chinese astrology and how it's gonna, kind of go with the readings that I have here, because they have their own meanings, which, I mean, it's always good to know about different things and to be able to teach that as well. So that's the other thing I was going to come in and say, is that this is speaking about how when we are gaining information about spirituality from those that have been before us, and this came in my reading yesterday as well with the Sabian symbols, it is our responsibility, it is our duty, right, to be sure that we are learning in a way where we can teach those that come after us. You know what I mean? So we have to have some sense of spirituality to leave behind our legacy, so that the following generation can have something to go back to and say, okay, well, my ancestors left me this, right? Protecting the future. And I feel that's where the magician sword comes in, where it's like, this is your confidence in having your magic. All right. Okay, I feel like this reading is just saying, like, keep everybody in the energy of curiosity and what it is that you're learning pertaining to your spirituality. Because everybody thinks that spirituality is you have to go to church, you have to be in a specific religion. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Everybody has their own belief system. So if I have a community of people that I'm building here on my YouTube page stating, hey, you guys can follow this path, or, this is the deck that I use to help overcome and transformation and release the past and move forward, then people may be, intrigued and moving forward with that specific journey. If not, then you go and find your own thing. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying. I feel like we have the key, where we already went through the energy of our core wounds and how we were able to overcome that, especially depending on where you have Chiron in your chart, right? Specifically for me, my Chiron is in Aries, whereas right now, Chiron is my Chiron is in Cancer, Chiron in Aries right now, I would be in the energy of obviously tension, where in my natal chart is in Cancer right now, it's in Aries, right? Okay, but it's just interesting enough to say that you would more so be dealing with certain aspects and where they fall in your chart. All right, so let's move forward. I don't want to get too stuck in that. 37, Magician's Sword. It says confidence in your magic. Nothing can stop you, the beauty that you seek. All right. When the Magician's Sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thoughts, forms, and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's Sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all your heart. The sword is a tool, not a weapon, so make sure you wield it wisely for the greater good. Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles, but don't look to the heavens to grant you a wish, look within. So this is more so, again, focusing on that inner child healing, okay? Use the Magician's Sword to cut through limiting beliefs, and remember that all beliefs are limiting, and focus your intention in order to create what you wish. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You need only muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources that you have. When the Magician's Sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom you can summon to help you find that best course of action. So do not hesitate. It's asking you to act. That's Mars's energy. So utilize Mars stepping in its domicile energy to have the willpower in order to move forward. It's meant for you to start taking action. Okay. Now let's look at the energy of 53, which is the Curiosity card. So the Stranger, it says the other, moving past fear or differences, curiosity, and acceptance. The stranger moves through the world in a shroud of darkness that often elicits fear, rejection, and uncertainty, as the danger of the unknown defines its very presence. Yes, there is a veil of separation between you. Look closer and summon the courage to remain open to what you might find. You may be conditioned to look only for what mirrors what is safe and known to you, refusing to entertain any concept of other beyond something to fear. In order to broaden your world and your experience of it, you must refute the illusion. The sameness is the only way out. Nothing you expect externally matches up with the other, and you're challenged by your own inexperience, but don't miss the opportunity for learning. Something extraordinary is being offered to you now if you remain curious and teachable. Allow the newness to envelop you as you explore the possibilities. This is the departure for your expectations, but the stranger has come to invite you to dance to a new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create as a result. Now is the time to leave room for other points of view, other ways of seeing with humility and grace. This is a defining moment. Take the risk. Life is like a precious diamond with many facets, not just one. So there are going to be other things that you are curious about in life. And again, this is you finding your tribe. Okay? It's interesting. Now, stars in the sky. There's going to be so many possibilities opening up for you here. It's crazy. All right? So stars in the sky. Limitless possibility, embracing opportunities. It says, when you look up into the velvety dark blanket of the night, sky covering the vast expanse of space, can you count all the stars twinkling above? Can you imagine that you are only glimpsing a teeny sliver of what is actually there? This is the domain of limitless possibility, of the never-ending sea of potential that you yourself are made of, and have now at your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibility and needs your clear focus to home in on what avenue of exploration most calls to you. It's time to choose and not be distracted by the sheer magnitude of what may be. Be here now, gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams, focus on the brightest star in the never-ending sky, and take small steps, small movements toward calling this glittering potential into reality. If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers and guides to aid you in bringing it into fruition. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than form of it. The universe has its own ideas of how to best serve you and all of us at the same time. Trust this as a fact rather than theory, and you ought not to act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will, exactly how you need them to. All right, so this is where if you are in the energy of needing direction and being lost in space, all right, this is what Spirit is asking you. Really tap into how you're meant to protect the future, utilizing the Magician's Sword to remove anything that no longer serves you so that you can move forward on the path of curiosity where limitless opportunities are available to you. All right, let's read out needing direction. Okay, so for those that are feeling lost, needing direction and focus, and this is all within a 24-hour day. All right, it says sometimes in life we lose our path, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors, jealousy, comparison, resistance, or fear. This happens especially when we are up leveling and genuinely changing for the better. A part of us, hiding in the vast expansiveness of space, wants to sabotage our progress. In the transformation process, our inner world no longer feels safe or inhabitable as we find that our thoughts and beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. You may find yourself adrift in this way right now, unable to focus or determine the next step. You might be tired and simply need to regroup and rest. When you lack direction, the first thing to do is redirect your perspective of time. Like a newborn baby who sits swaddling to feel safe, you're invited to reduce your life visioning to the next 24 hours. Anyone can handle living in 24-hour compartments, which allows everything to feel grounded and manageable. You get lost in space when you imagine being swallowed up in the giant vastness of the future with its dark uncertainty, or reflect on how your past has held you captive in a hall of distorted, never-ending mirrors, reminding you of your mistakes and flaws, failures and losses. Take heart that the simple 24-hour container immediately banishes those two awful entities away. You will find your energy and focus restored as you recognize that you will never be lost again. Keep it simple right now, conserve your energy, and take care of you in basic, fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. All right, so when you're lost in space, give yourself time. That's what I'm saying. Remain grounded right now as we're going through the energies of these transits. So from today to tomorrow, where all the oppositions are happening today, whereas tomorrow more creativity is used, so that way by the time we hit next week, it's like the energy will come back. All right. I don't feel that we're speaking about necessarily exactly 24 hours. We're speaking about, I feel the energy of the moon cycles and how they're utilized in order for us to keep pushing forward, all right, on our journeys here. I'm hoping I'm not blocking my screen for any reason, but I kind of want to keep all the cards out today. All right, so something about the unmarked trail, you going down the path that is less traveled. All right, so revelation, that's what that means. All right. Let's see here. Alright, so we got Pisces. Let's keep that Pisces card down there. Interesting. Using the energy creatively. Interesting. I'm actually going to pull out my mermaid deck here. I want to get deeper into the energy before I go into tarot. Alright. Let's get into this. Splitting the deck. Contentment and the future. So, the future is leading you right where you want to be. And that's towards your happiness. Alright. So, protecting the future. Confidence. Curiosity, limitless possibilities, and needing direction. Magic. I like it. Okay. Positivity. It's giving me have confidence in your magic. All right. So if you know that there's something that you can manifest, it's all about you protecting the future by remaining curious in what that may be for you. All right. And again, it looks different and it comes different to everybody. All right. But remaining positive is where you continue on with your journey. Even if you're in the energy of what we've experienced was talking about the astrology, all the opposition, the confrontation, the energy of discord, the energy of tension. All right. If it feels competitive, it is meant to be that way so that you can strive, all right, and persevere through the energy. All right, innocence at the bottom of the deck, contentment again. All right. You know, this innocence card, everybody's not perfect, okay? You don't have to act innocent to say, oh, I'm spiritual, and oh, bitch, that's how I'm feeling today. I love you guys. That's how I'm feeling right now. Okay? I don't know why I meant to just explain it that way. Whatever makes you feel happy. Not that you need to curse anybody out. Curse yourself out. Be mad at yourself. That's how I feel. I've had to do that multiple times. Look myself in the mirror and say, bitch, get your shit together. Then tomorrow I'm happy. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but it's your confidence, it's your self-esteem, it's what you value that is protecting your future. What are you curious about? Move forward towards your happiness, not what someone else wants for you. Remain grounded, remain resilient, remain where, you're persevering in whatever it is that you decide to do. I'm not judging you. You shouldn't judge me, right? But we're here to help each other out. So again, if you're going through difficulties and you're listening to this, then maybe you needed to hear that. Like, roll some fucking balls and get the fuck over it, right? All right, so ask for help. Ask for help. What's on the bottom? Solitude. When you go into, I'm telling you, you guys, listen. You ask my family, they probably haven't seen me in forever. Why? Because I'm working on me. And I've been working on me for over a year now. Everybody's like, where the hell is this girl? Where's she been at? Why is she doing this? I just feel like this is who I am now. I want to, create my shit. I want to start my own stuff. Right? Not that I don't love you guys. You all know if you're watching, I do. I just choose to stay in my own path and remain in solitude so that I focus on me, so I know that I'm not fucking up what I got going on. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So if you need help and you're trying to go on a different path, then obviously you may not need help from me, but you're going to go find help from whoever it is that you need it from so that you can move on the path in which you want to go towards, right? Okay. Let's see here. Obviously, this has a lot to do heavy on like a spiritual journey is what I'm getting. All right, so in order to move forward, and I love this deck because there's only 2 masculines in here. All right, so he packing. All right, so moving forward and blessings are on its way. All right, interesting. So magic, positivity, innocence, contentment. All right, so don't be so preppy in what you guys got going on when it comes to your journeys here. All right. Moving forward, you're meant to tap into your blessings. All right, and we'll pull one more just to kind of end this. Diving deep. All right, that's where it all starts. It all starts with you. All right, and turn away down at the bottom of the deck. That's just trying to give me like the energy of having confidence in your magic and utilizing your sword to cut off what's no longer serving you specifically. All right, that's what I feel that's saying there. Are you going to fall? No, you can stay. All right, I'll pull some tarot now. Where am I at? 49 minutes. Yeah, let's end it with tarot and I'll pull the crystal. All right, excuse the dogs in the background, guys. All right, anything we need to know pertaining to the energy laid out on this spread? Four of Swords. Rest and rejuvenation is needed to overcome heartbreak. All right, so Four of Swords, Three of Swords. That's definitely heavy on the Libra energy there, number one. All right, so that's Jupiter in Libra, and that is also Saturn in Libra. All right. I'm trying to think of the transits we have in these energies. Again, we have Lilith, that's in Libra. South Node, that is in Libra. So you're overcoming some sort of karmic challenge. There is you tapping into a natural gift, something that you feel you can take with you towards your future, because the South Node is meant for you to do that, right? Tap into a natural ability, obviously deal with your karmic challenges, all right, whatever issues you've had in your past life, and move forward in the near future, expanding, growing with the energy of your wisdom and your knowledge. That's Jupiter, all right? So the fact that we have this Libra energy here, and we're speaking about where Jupiter is at this time in Taurus, that's the energy of what? It's an in conjunction. Libra to Taurus, it's 5 signs away, all right? So that means that there's discord, there's tension, all right? Dealing with these energies, and this is possibly why you're having a hard time either overcoming some sort of heartbreak, loss, separation. If you need time to really stay away from someone, separate, heal, really focus on, it's kind of giving me yourself, all right? Or this could be the energy of what Libra speaks about: partnerships, relationships, and contracts, all right? Could be from work, could be from anything, all right? Whatever it is for you. Let's just keep that general, all right? Let's keep going here. Thank you. All right, so the Seven of Cups is the energy of Venus and Scorpio at its detriment. All right, so that energy overall, it can be where there could be secrets, all right, illusions, there could be lies, there could be deception, there could be emotional disappointments, there could be where you feel something is hidden, all right? Maybe this is like you're not sure of what options, the possibilities that are available to you moving forward. You have to know what that is. You have to go within and find what that is. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Ten of Pentacles with the energy of the Star. Interesting. Because whatever's on the other side of that kind of gives me like the energy of indecision, all right? Where you feel more so you have to be, I don't know why it's giving me the energy of wanting to be revengeful, which again, we spoke about the energy of vengeance with Lilith, all right? With Lilith being in Libra, obviously. So this could be like, within relationships, all right? This could be the expression of jealousy. I don't know what it is, all right? So this could be with family, all right? On, what you may want to have, what others may want to have. I don't feel that that's necessary. You're focusing on healing at this time. There's no need for anybody to feel in the energy of confusion, because there's many choices, many options available to you. That's what the Seven of Cups speaks about. But if I'm speaking of astrology terms, Venus in Scorpio, that's at its detriment. That's basically stating, just like Venus is in Aries at this time, Venus in the Mars energy, Venus in the Mars energy. You look at it however you want to take it, right? You're trying to get on the other side of that. That's what this Ten of Pentacles is. All right, and the Ten of Pentacles is interesting. That's Mercury in Virgo, which is in its domicile energy. What you want is to be efficient in your life. You want structure. You want, things to be reorganized, for you to feel that everything is in alignment. Everything is to be, how do I explain it? You want perfection is what you want. You want perfection. And I feel perfection is not real because we all go through shit. You know what I mean? You want the happily ever after. Yes, that's what you want. Or maybe that's what you wanted in the past. But right now you're dealing with the issues that you're dealing with because you have to know what path you're heading on. Do you want to be single? Do you want to be in a partnership? All right. Do you want to work for yourself, or do you want to work for someone else? That's where I feel we are right now. Okay. So if the energy is stating that you could be feeling like heartbreak, sadness, possibly even having regrets. No, that's all an illusion, by the way, because what you want to go after is the Ten of Pentacles, and everybody can have that. It may not look like somebody else's Ten of Pentacles, but it's your Ten of Pentacles, and whatever you feel is to be of value. All right, let's move forward. Some readings, you know, once I get through with the good energy and it starts pissing me off, because then I start feeling the energy, it's like, get over yourself. Like, that's how I feel. Literally, get the fuck over yourself. Like, why are you disappointed? Why are you discontent? If you know what your life looks like right now, what are you going to do to change that? Take a step towards something that you love to do and change your reality, right? I don't know. That's what it's given though. All right. Don't feel like you've missed out on an opportunity either, because you see how many cups are here? Like, come on. They may seem like they're covered with something, but you know, if you listen to your intuition, where you're meant to be right now. Not that anybody needs to tell you, but if you need to ask for help, it clearly said ask for help. Even if you need to sit in solitude, take time to do a prayer. Speak to your guides, speak to God, speak to your ancestors and say, yo, what's up with y'all? Like, you got my back or not? Like, that's what it's giving me. All right, because the moment that you ask for help and you sit in solitude, look, you move forward and the energy of your blessings. Why? Because you chose to dive deep. Okay? Something about, like, your guides are not going to turn away from you. Oh, that's crazy. Look, they're not going to turn away. They're going to support you. You hear the gap in the music. Don't play. I just got the fucking heebie-jeebies. I'm done. They're not going to turn away from you. They're going to support anything that you choose to do. And they're going to guide you on how to accomplish those goals, guys. All right. This reading going to be long as hell. I don't even care. All right. Let's keep going here. Wow, the moon. You may not even be able to see on the other side of this. I'm telling you, look. You may not even be able to see your own potential. Why? Do not move in fear either, because that's what the energy of the moon is. It's like you being too stuck in the subconscious state, too stuck in you not being able to manifest because you can't see things clearly ahead of you. The sun will shine. It'll come out. Look, it may feel like a challenge, like a confrontation, like the energy of, you know, like a battle at this time. But you'll win. That's crazy. Look at that. The 5 of Wands to the 6 of Wands. You're meant to move forward. Listen, when I first started with tarot, I had to look into the energy and what every card meant. And this right here is one of the biggest in the year. And it happens in Leo season. This is Saturn in Leo. This is Jupiter in Leo. Saturn will do what? It'll show you how to be responsible, structured, and disciplined. All right. And Jupiter will show you how to expand, grow, and open yourself to new opportunities. These two cards specifically, when the star Sirius meets with the energy of the sun, it's the beginning of the astrological Chaldean of planets when it comes to tarot, right? So this will be like the first card, this will be the second card. Whereas here's the ending of it. You may feel discontent, bored, and feel like you're not on the right path. The moon in Cancer to the energy of the Saturn in Leo, where the Chaldean order of planets starts again. All right. What I'm trying to get at here is there's an ending to a chapter and a beginning of a new one. The beginning doesn't always look pretty. It's not going to look like, oh, I'm sitting pretty, I got everything I want. No, it's going to be a fucking challenge. You've got to be open to learning something new, to putting yourself in uncomfortable situations in order to overcome what it is that you've been experiencing from the past. I hope this is making sense to you guys. But again, you go from this to then being in the public eye and winning. Why? Because you grew your balls and you chose to stay there and deal with it and go through the growth. All right. Let's just keep going. Yeah. I feel like it just requires a lot of discipline, structure, where remaining focused is of significance. Utilizing wisdom. All right, being very stern on what it is that you've planned out, putting your mind to something and sticking to it. Okay, look at that. King of Swords to the King of Pentacles, then you get everything you wanted. That's where you build your legacy. You know what I mean? All right. Four of Pentacles. You may have to hold off on finances at this time with the splurging and the spending. Why? Because you need to save for your future. That's what it is. All right. Yeah. And things will change. It won't be like that forever. All right. Once you find your passion, all right, and you continue on, you know, getting whatever that is going, right? Knight of Wands. I feel like you're going to be able to overcome the energy of the anxiety, the stress, the worries of what it looked like because you couldn't see it. You know what I mean? You couldn't see this at first. But Spirit's not just going to hand it to you. You got to earn that shit. Look, you don't get to the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles by sitting down in the page energy. You got to get moving. You got to start taking action. You got to start putting in the work, right? What are you trying to build here? You want to build your legacy on whatever it is that you want to do. I'm trying to start my media stuff online. I got to put videos in every single day. Motivational videos, right? I'm moving forward and continue to learn myself. I don't know everything. I'm not fucking perfect, right? All right. I might have problems saving money, but I'm just saying. Spirit's getting on my ass now, all right? But I feel, again, if you need help, there's people there to help you. All right. You'll receive the support that you need. Don't be afraid. Oh, and another thing, I feel, because we're in Taurus season, you're going to want everything. It's the season change. The sun's coming out. It's getting hotter now. You need summer clothes. You want to be popping and looking good like everybody else. And you don't got it like that. You don't got it like that. You focused on this. Next year, springtime, guess what? Your shit going to be popping, and these other motherfuckers that ain't put in no work going to be looking like shit. Just saying. All right. You got to maintain balance here and remain what? Here we go. Adaptable to the changes. It ain't going to look pretty at first, okay? You got to be flexible here. That's what that's saying. Interesting. Just remain balanced overall. All right. Fast changes can happen. The Eight of Wands is the energy of Mercury in Sagittarius. That's interesting. I feel like your main priority right now needs to be where spirituality, higher knowledge is coming in so fast at this time because Palace is in Sag. You need to take hold of that energy. All right. If you are in school right now, perfect is what you needed. All right. Continue to gain knowledge about whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to fall through with this energy. And it's going to be big for you. I feel like it's coming big. I mean, the Empress is out here. Hello. All right. So that does represent the energy of Taurus season. The next moon in Taurus could be of significance, which I believe happens like May 7th is the new moon in Taurus. Hold on, guys. Oh, give me a damn break, would you? No, that's not what I wanted. This one. Nope, that's June. I want this one. Yep, May 7th, new moon in Taurus. And on that day, we have the sun sextile over to Saturn in Pisces. All right, so I'm looking at like the 21 to 22 degree mark with the energy of the sun and Saturn touching base. Maybe not even. Hold on a second, guys. Let me change this thing up here. Let's look at May 7th. All right, perfect. I know y'all better leave me alone. I don't know what I just did, you guys. Hold on. Oh, duh. So it looks like Saturn would be, okay, so it looks like 17 degrees, all right, is where it happens. I like that. Let me look at the 18th degree mark of the sun in Taurus. And what did we say? Saturn in Pisces. 17 degree mark. Let's move up to 18. A gigantic tent. So if you're doing some sort of performance in public, see what I'm saying? That's the energy of the Six of Wands energy. It's like doing something publicly. At first, you're going to deal with the challenges, but then you come out on the other side winning. Like, you're holding up the damn wand like, I won. You know what I mean? Or at least being seen. It speaks here about performance in public. We are subject to pressure and support of our community, which sometimes focuses its attention on us alone. Be entertainer, teacher, and or a priest. All right? You take your damn pick. Whatever. You want to entertain the things that you know? You want to be a teacher or you want to be a priest? Okay? And then the Taurus at 18 degrees speaks of a woman holding a bag out of a window, emptying the mind, distortions of thought, belief, and habit purified through meditation and open-mindedness. So emptying the mind, all right? Don't let people's judgments of you and what you're putting a performance in hold you back from what you want to do. Because that's all a deceptive energy. That's just all envy of other people. All right? I wish you would. I feel like be careful of your ego as well, because it's speaking about that in this thing here. It says, a mind that is conditioned to make judgments about wrong and right and wrong creates a prideful ego that limits the soul's evolution. Again, don't allow people's envious ways to take you out of, you know, you doing what you need to do. Empty that shit out of your mind and focus on you being the entertainer. Okay? Yeah, you're the teacher. I'm telling you. Listen. If I gotta say this one more time, I start getting pissed off in my readings because I be feeling the energy, I be feeling the hate. These are spiritual haters is what it is. That's what it is. It's spiritual haters. Literally. Where it's like, you're the one with the wise energy. You're the one that's meant to, you know, be the public speaker. You're the one that is meant to guide the show here, and other people are envious of that. So then they start talking shit about it, which then tries to take down the energy of your confidence, where you already worked on that with the magician's sword. With the magician's sword, you took these people out of your life, where then it opened you up to limited possibilities, where they now need direction, and you're the teacher. You see what I'm saying? Don't let them. Don't let them. You know how much adversity I had to go through, and it could have been even with family. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Boom. There it is. I'm leaving the reading right there. All right. So the Sun and the Nine of Wands. Here is the energy that I was speaking about earlier. Be that environmental activist. All right. Create the energy of your community and do not give up. This is the wounded warrior. You have already the key to your success. Put it this way. You have dealt with Chiron. All right. Chiron is in fire sign right now, which actually came out as well. Where are you? You're meant to be radiant, enthusiastic, and dynamic. I feel like you are meant to be a leader. All right. We got 3 kings out here. Look at this. This is heavy masculine energy too. All right. But you could be seen as the Empress as well, because maybe you embody all of those feminine energies already. All right. All right, guys. Let me wrap this energy up real quick, and I'm going to pull you guys a crystal, and I'll get out of here. Wow. Gotta go. Got to go. On to the next read. On to the next read, and I don't even know what the hell I'm reading about, but we'll see when we get there. That's how I like it. Okay? Because I don't like to be so predictive with my readings. It's just what comes out is in the energy. All right. What the hell is this deck here about? Alright, let's move this out the way. Yeah, so heavy on the asteroid energy lately. If I get to find the link to that other reading, I'll add that in either the description box below, or actually I'll add it to the comments. That way you guys can just tap right into it. Where the hell is this? And you guys can go check that out. I'm pretty sure it was probably like back in March that I did that reading. Possibly even February. I know it's been a little minute since I did that. Okay. Let's move into the crystal of the day, or of this read, should I say. All right. Splitting the deck, Selenite and Turquoise, storytelling, reframing, a different way of perceiving, liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination, and clarity, and raising your vibrations. Okay. What do we have for today's reading? Okay. Blue Chalcedony. Slowing down, easy does it, restoring balance and serenity. That's definitely that Taurus energy, right? Needing to be grounded. Slowing things down, baby. And Euclid. Interesting. I haven't seen that one before. Alright, we got Moldavite down at the bottom of the deck, which speaks about transformation. Alright, 11, Blue Chalcedony. I'll give you the meaning of it. Yep, here it goes. Blue Chalcedony is quite simply a serenity stone. Meditating with it soothes the emotions, calms the adrenals, calms the adrenals, and brings peace to the body and mind. As a balm for frazzled nerves, it would be well utilized, worn, or carried on one's person when entering a situation where remaining calm is required. Alright, so Euclid speaks about wisdom from within, inner truth, aligning with divine intelligence, and trusting your own earned wisdom. 23. Okay. It says Euclid is a powerful wind element stone that clears the energy field of densities, and it is quickly and easily felt in the upper chakras. It clears the mind and opens up to the intuitive guidance and the new perspectives with extreme clarity. It opens the chakras from throat to crown and makes it easy to understand and clearly communicate incoming intuitive information. So from here to here, all right? So it's giving me like your connection to the divine. Both energies in blue, all right? Interesting. All right, so 11 and 23. I'm getting Justice with the 11th card. All right, I'm getting the month of November could be significant. So 11/23, is that not Capricorn season already? Let me see. 11/23. Yeah, the sun enters no, that's Sag season. Interesting. I'm thinking of December. All right, so Sagittarius season could be significant. 11/23. All right, we have a last quarter moon on the 22nd of that month. That number 828 keeps coming up for me, and it's driving me crazy because I see it on the clock all the time. Every time I see 828, I think of the show on Netflix, Manifest, like the flight number. I don't know why that's so significant, but ever since I watched that show, the word manifest has stuck with me, and then the plane number 828. I don't know, you guys go check that out. Anyway, I'm leaving the reading there. I love you guys. Bye.